Hello. Hello.
Are you
Go ahead
okay?
and start, Seth. It's your channel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is my channel. Listen, I'm socially awkward, okay? It's
It's okay,
me,
sweetie.
the vampire guy.
Nope, try again.
No. It's me, Vampire Broth, or Seth, or Vamp, or whatever the fuck I get called. People call me like so many different things nowadays.
Hi, I'm TJ. I know I've been on a couple of Seth's videos reacting to awkward and horrible movies such as Aquaslash. Um, you next.
What's good? It's Zain. Sometimes Zany online, or if you follow my Tumblr, Coldcast Serial Trust, I'm a new character. Oh yeah. What's up,
We
world?
I
we love new
kidnapped the
lore.
dungeon boy.
Oh, we are here to talk about Pitfall, which is a movie that we all saw recently, and it has come out recently in theaters. Soon it will be streaming June 29th on
Please.
I don't remember where it's streaming. Where is it streaming? Does anybody know?
Amazon Prime Video.
Amazon Prime, I think.
Amazon
Yeah.
Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime
Yep.
Video. I believe they said it was also going to have a physical release in like Walmart, but I think that's on the
Ooh.
30th.
Pitfall is about a group of friends who go into the woods, and one night that somebody gets separated from them, falls into a pit of spikes, and now that his friends have to try to find him, and also they realize that the pit may not be a coincidence, and someone could have put it there. Bum bum bum.
Woo! Um, I also would like to say that the hunter is kind of weird and mysterious during this whole thing. We don't get to know a lot about him, and I find that really interesting for
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
like initial part of a movie. I love a bit of mystery surrounding a villain. Not super original thing, but it's still nice to see. It's common for a reason.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, don't fix what ain't broke.
Exactly.
it's a fresh take on like campfire horror from an indie studio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A really good survival horror.
The movie is written and directed by James Condolik. It is distributed by Pandaflix, fuck me.
Papa papa pa.
Pa- 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 pa-
Panda flicks,
You
right?
got this. I'm pretty sure it's Panda Pix.
Panda
Panda
Pix,
Pig?
it is.
Mhm.
It's Panda Pix. And we are going to talk about it. As you can all tell by a lot of our, well, I don't know about Zane since you're new here.
Uh,
Seth and I are Richard Harmon fans. Zane is as well. Of course, we found this because we were going down his list of movies, trying to watch a lot of things he's been in.
It's mostly you that goes down that list, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It is mostly me because when I like an actor or a piece of media, I go down their entire thing to consume it all.
Yeah. Every time
I'm pretty
something
bad
new
about
pops up,
that.
you inform us, and then we're all like, there's something new.
I'm greedy. I like to eat everything.
I'm just in
Freaking
my
stealing
own little
it.
corner off doing my drawing stuff or playing video games, and then TJ will be like, what's this role that just popped up on IMDb? Seth, do you know about this? And then I have to go on a little autism hunt for TJ.
Oh, I
I've
don't
been
even want
mentioning
to
Left
talk about
Coast.
little autism hunts with Zane in this call.
Left Coast 2008, where are you? Apparently not a movie but a pilot. Where are you? Left Coast, I will find you.
You were tweaking out over this for actual hours trying to find it. But
He
that's not what
It's
this
was.
been
video's
over
about.
weeks because I came back and did it again.
I also tried for the sake of TJ, but that's not what this video's about. This video's about Pitfall.
Yes.
We can contain
So-
our autism for 30 minutes, maybe.
So
No.
Seth and I found out about Pitfall maybe about a year ago. We saw the Did they have a trailer out at that point?
No.
I don't think so.
No. It was just like, I believe there were a few pictures that had been posted on Richard's Instagram story or somebody else's Instagram or something like that where he was tagged in it.
I know Jordan Claire Robbins has some older photos from about a year ago regarding
Yeah.
Pitfall.
My
That might have
queen.
been when we had seen it. Because I remember seeing the behind the scenes pictures and going, oh, it's another role that dies. Okay.
I which we will put at the beginning of this, and I will say it now. There is going to be absolute spoilers ahead. Everything, all cards are on the table. If you have not seen this movie and do not wish to be spoiled, I can't help you, fam. Sorry.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution.
Mm-hmm.
I think the funniest part of you finding his role as Lars on his IMDb page was we found out about his role as Lars for Pitfall, his role as Jeremy for Foo, and his role as Joe for Memory of a Killer at the same time. And then
Oh.
uh, Will, Guppy, and I placed bets on which roles we would see first, and I absolutely lost because I put all of my trust into Jeremy and absolutely fucking lost.
Womp womp.
Oh, I want to say FU so bad, or Foo, or however you pronounce it.
It's foo, yeah.
It's Foo.
It is Foo? I originally read it as FU. I thought it was funny.
It's like
It's
the fuck
specifically
you.
based off of the Asian name Fu because if I recall
Yeah, it's
from the
about-
trailer, it was based off of a character named Fu, and then also like it's a common Asian name because I know there's a character in Gachi Yakuta whose name is Fu.
I don't know
But-
too much about it, but I am excited to see it.
I would like
Yes.
to see it.
And then eventually we found out, I don't know if I found it out or if you found it out. Somebody found it out. It was probably me because I do not let go when I have a bone in my mouth. Why do I say things?
Why
Yeah,
did
why do
you
I-
say it like
I
that?
wasn't gonna say
I
anything.
don't know. It's like a dog with a bone, and then I was just, I don't know.
It's okay.
I got a
Anyway-
bone in my mouth.
I found it was going to be playing at Panic Fest, which was taking place in Kansas City. This was after Seth and I had finally met for the first time, so I was really hoping that maybe we'd be going to see it in person. Sadly, things didn't pan out that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're trapped in Peach State.
Yep.
And I have a what we like to call a 9 to 5 for those of you who are unemployed.
I live across the
Why?
ocean.
You
Um,
you
but,
were kind of SOL, Zane.
I would
Yeah.
have been the closest possible person out of the three of us because I do live between Missouri and Illinois. The problem is I share a car with a whole other person. So
Yeah.
I was completely SOL on seeing it in person, but I found out through constantly looking on the website over and over again, because I really wanted to see it, that they had online showings.
It was at that point we had seen the first trailer because they had released a trailer for it then.
Yeah, because I think it was specifically for Panic Fest only. I don't want to call it Panic Fest exclusive because they edited around that footage when they released their public trailer. But there was a trailer for it on the Panic Fest website before there was a public trailer.
And of course, we shared it around like wildfire.
Yup. It was a
Yeah,
great trailer, alright?
As soon as I found out there was a trailer, I was like, people need to look at this. I scrambled to Tumblr, and I was like, guys!
Look at it!
Guys,
Look
look!
at it! Look at it! Oh, you don't look at it!
But it was really well done. That's what got me properly hooked on Pitfall. I was excited for Pitfall maybe like
It
8
wasn't
months
the
ago.
only time that they had shown the movie early at a film festival, because even though TJ and I didn't know about it, I am also aware now that there was Screamfest beforehand. That happened
I did
back
know
in
about
October,
Screamfest.
and they also had a showing of Pitfall then.
Yeah.
I
God damn you, America.
because I had seen a handful of people on Letterboxd say that they had watched it during Screamfest and not Panic Fest.
I know in a lot of the interviews that James did, he talked about Screamfest. But with no real way to see it, I was sad. But Seth reached out again to me and said, "Hey, they're showing their virtual tickets. We could buy them virtually." And I was like, "All right, cool." So that's what we did. We got tickets to see the movie, and we watched them. Sadly, Zane could not, uh, because it was only an American thing.
I hate you, America. Take your movies to Belgium.
I can't
There's
help you,
like 3 of
fam.
us here. Okay? All we got is alcoholism and beer and waffles. I meant to say waffles, not beer. Kind of
Oh,
a
nice.
given.
Alcoholism and beer. Yeah, those are two
Alcoholism
totally
and
separate
beer.
things.
It's okay. My fault. My fault. It's 1 a.m. for me. All right. Damn. God.
What if
I gotta
just
be up in
don't
8
edit any of
hours.
this?
I gotta be.
So yes, Seth and I watched Pitfall at Panic Fest, live messaging each other as it was happening.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I also discovered that if you don't watch the credits all the way through, you can just rewind the entire movie. So I think I watched it 5 times in a row because I just kept rewinding it over and over again to watch the whole thing all the way through. And then I passed out and went to work the next day.
I love your autism, man.
And
Totally
that
not
started
jealous.
our whole, deep dive into the pit about Pitfall.
Into the pit, you say.
Yep, into the pit.
A little bit of wordplay. Love to see it.
Five Nights at
event
Freddy's.
Eventually, it came the day for Pitfall to be able to appear in theaters.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
TJ was the only one who could go in person.
I was the only one that could go see it in theaters, and I will attest that this was a movie that deserves to be seen in theaters. Whenever the hunter would strike, would stomp, anything would happen, it vibrated through the room and it really hit you in the chest, which turns out is what James wanted he wanted that effect, which he did top notch. I also very illegally, but it's fine because I'll take the bullet on this. I will die on this fucking hill. Actually, if I go to jail, Zane, please do bail me out. Showed
I got no
Zane.
money. I have no money.
I was able to show Zane Pitfall very crudely through my phone.
I'll take what I can get, man. God, I'm gonna buy your merch, okay? I'll pay you back.
I was sad that this theater wasn't sold out and there wasn't that many people on the first showing, but at the same time I was a little grateful because I got to set up my phone to be able to show Zane without disturbing anybody else in the theater.
And I gotta watch the movie.
And he got to watch the movie.
And I love Ashley. Ashley Williams, hit me up.
Ooh, that sounds like my Taco Bell.
I think you might have to fight Lars on that.
I will. I'm not turning that down. I'd fight both of them.
Which is going to lead us into our next segment, talking about the characters. Since you mentioned Ashley, I guess we'll lead with her. She is our second lead. And go ahead, Zane. I'm gonna go get my Taco Bell real quick.
Ashley is my favorite character of the movie. I love Ashley so much. Her main kind of arc is it's revealed later in the movie that her parents died and Scott saved her, but couldn't save her mom nor her dad. Her dad was already dead by the time he had a chance to even save them, so it wasn't really his fault. And his mom was stuck, but he manages to pull out Ashley. But this kind of creates a weird emotional pull due to the trauma, because Ashley didn't want to live without her parents. She was younger than I think it was 5 years ago, and if we're to assume these characters are maybe like late 20s, early 30s, that's kind of how I was perceiving them as. Maybe it's not perfect, but that's what I'm guessing. So she'd probably be early 20s-ish, mid 20s-ish. So still relatively needing parents at that time. A lot of people don't want to lose their parents in their mid 20s. She kind of channels all of her sadness and grief into anger towards Scott and pulls away from him despite constant reassurance and constant support. She cannot face the trauma that she went through. And I find that to be a really good depiction of trauma. I mean, I've been through shit, a lot of people have been through shit, and we don't always wind up as better people in the end. A lot of stories push this narrative that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But also, what doesn't kill you fucking hurts, man. And it takes a lot of time to grow from that. And I mean, I was a dick for a while, and still a bit of a dick, but I'm kind of funny about it at least. Um, I love seeing that represented in a character, and much more, I like seeing it represented in a woman because I feel like a lot of times if a woman is initially an angry, aggressive person, she's a villain. She's perceived as wrong for being.
Oh,
Oh,
did you just die?
No. Oh, hello.
hello. Perceived as wrong for what? You cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Perceived as wrong or villainous for being angry. You know,
Yeah.
and it's kind of perceived as being over emotional and just crude and bad, and she's an antagonist and needs to be killed or somehow fixed. But we don't get that in Pitfall. We get to see an angry woman processing her emotions, and towards the end, she comes out. She apologizes to Scott. She starts to rebuild this connection with Scott and her friends, or one friend that survives. She probably would have rebuilt stuff with Gwen as well. But that's alright. She already had a great relationship with her kind of boyfriend, Charlie. It's a little unclear, in my opinion, if they're actually dating or not.
They
I'm
are
like,
not dating.
they're
From what
not.
I can tell.
I could see an argument either way because he called her like something like babes, I think, and then she's like,
Yeah.
don't call me that. So it's like,
Yeah.
is
And then
this
Laura's
playful
calling him the
bickering?
flavor of the month.
Exactly. Um, which then goes to say that she doesn't have very stable relationships, which ties into her trauma of kind of pushing people away, not being able to hold on to things because she doesn't want to be hurt in the end. Find that splendid. Love, 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 love her. Is there anything else I should mention? Because I'm just kind of going off the top of my head.
She is played by Alexandra Esso, who has
Mhm.
also been in Starry Eyes. I have not seen Starry Eyes, but I've heard good things about her.
I gotta get on watching that. I loved her acting in this as well, especially a lot of her intonations of words. It's a weird thing to point out, I think, but it felt very natural, very realistic, and I appreciate that a lot. And also like when she was stuck up on that stick, the screams, the pain, and then like the calling out to Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. I love you, Ashley. I love you, Alex Esso. Great job.
I will say I do like her character. I did not like it. I did not like her character at first, but it was more so because I was not connecting with her as much until the movie like progressed further, and I was like, oh, okay, I really can get behind this character.
Yeah, I understand that. I always like a mean woman in my media, alright? If she's hostile, you know what? Fuck yeah, diva alert. I don't care. Be mean to that man, alright? Love it.
I also feel like the way that they portrayed her anger as grief was done really well because overall, male or female or whatever you are in between or even not following that gender binary at all,
Woke.
representing anger and grief is a really complex and hard thing to do properly because anger and grief can portray itself on a spectrum of its own outside of just what you might see other emotions in the process of grieving, especially when you're losing your parents.
Yeah.
So
I
the way that
could
they
not even
portrayed her is a
imagine.
really good job. And I feel like that's also kind of portrayed secondarily in her unwillingness to commit to a relationship. Like,
Plus,
when you
her
go
fear of
through
being a new
grief
mother.
and loss like that, you might be afraid to get close to somebody again because you don't want to feel that loss.
Yeah, I
don't
mentioned
wanna
that
feel as
briefly,
hurt
but
as you
it's really
were
well done.
before.
Plus, like I was saying, her fear of not wanting to not wanting to be a mother, because she is so scared that her mom isn't there to walk her through it. Plus, she's so afraid she's not going to be like her mother, which I can understand.
I really like that too, because a lot of people have the fear of being like their parent, being like their mother, so it's kind of putting that on its head. And I think that's an interesting take of the whole response to losing your parents. Is like, shit, I kind of want to be my mom. I want to grow up with someone that's respectable. to be someone that's respectable. I missed the word there.
But because of all of the she has a sobriety chip, so I'm sure she was like an alcoholic at one point. I don't know if it was really drugs that she went down, but definitely alcohol.
Mhm.
And she probably sees herself as a secondary person to who her mother was on such a shining pedestal. And from the little we saw of her mom, she was a really good person, a really good woman.
Also, to go off with your thing about being a secondary person, she also, for one I could rather, feels secondary to Scott. Because Scott's the, what would you say, like, emotionally well-adjusted sibling, and she's, like, a mess, whatever she
And
says, something like that.
he kind of gives golden child energy. I think
He does.
he was the firstborn. He was, and he's just like he probably excels at a lot of things.
He's well put together also, and he saved her, so she kind of feels, she was his responsibility, which can put someone down.
Off topic,
And
it's
he
so
feels,
distracting
oh,
that my avatar keeps lighting up for no reason.
it's
Yeah, see,
because
that's
you're
what I was
moving,
talking
isn't it?
about.
Is it because you're it's picking up your chair?
I'm trying so hard to stay as still as humanly possible. I'm like, I can't move, I can't move, I can't rock, I can't stim. I gotta be still. I gotta be a good boy and be still. And it's
No. Rock if you wish. I mean, guys, if you hear Seth's chair, he's being a fucking human being.
I'm
And
autistic.
yeah, like they'll get the fuck over it.
If you hear me breathing deep, I may or may not have my vape with me. It's okay.
So like it's fine. Like people will get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
Um but yes, and we're going to transition on to Scott now because we were talking about him. Since he saved her and his mom's kind of dying wish was take care of her, he probably saw her as, I mean, as Bellamy Blake would say, my sister, my responsibility. Um, Shout out to the 100. Sorry.
Your
Can't go
autism is
1 second
showing.
without mentioning Richard Herman. God.
I
That
did
one's not
not
Richard.
mention him. I mentioned Bellamy Blake.
That's
Yeah.
Bob
Okay.
Morley.
We know why you brought up for the 100. God.
No, I brought it up because of it's a very similar aspect
If
between Octavia and Bellamy.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
Oh God, my
I'm
dad.
5 years younger than you.
I want to be dad.
Mom, little brother, stop fighting.
Well, okay.
This is a weird
Where's
family dynamic.
Papa?
This is terrifying.
Where's Papa? I want the milk.
Dad left.
Aw,
He's
dang
not coming
it.
back.
Not again.
We all
I
act fatherless
I keep
here.
losing father figures.
You see, the
Ha ha.
father left about 6 years ago to get the
Oh
milk.
my god, I need to get the picture.
Are you a chain smoker?
I know Zayn would find this hilarious. I have a picture from one of my friends who said, when did we start using father figures as a unit of measurement?
Hello?
And it was like followed
Implying
up with,
that you don't
this
have
was
any is
6
bad or
father
what?
figures ago.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
I see.
Okay,
6
so
father figures ago, damn.
back to Scott. Yes, his mother's dying wish was, put aside your pettiness, which obviously meant that him and Ashley were already somewhat at odds even before this. And she's like, take care of each other. You're all you have left now. She's like, and that can feel a lot to a person. And the fact that he comes out more quote unquote well adjusted, it just proves that he was always pushing down his emotions and never really feeling like he could feel them.
I mean, really get to see that when he's in the pit and he starts like
You
hallucinating all the shit with his like mirror self.
mm-hmm,
I've read that personally as like survivor's guilt and feeling like he's not enough. And when he finally kicks down, his duplicate is like kicking down his guilt and realizing it's not my fault that my sister's alive. I think that's a good thing that she's alive. It's not my fault my
yes,
parents died. I couldn't do anything about it. And I
absolutely.
really liked that scene. It was great.
I will say every time his like mirror self yelled, like he was like, "Don't yell at me." I'm like, "I'm sorry, shit.
My fault, dude. Jesus.
Didn't mean to. Shit, my bad."
I really like the way Marshall Williams is able to act This is my second time seeing him in something because I was not aware that he was in, I believe it's called Building a Better Boyfriend or something like that.
The Disney movie or
Build a
the
Better
Disney
Boy.
movie.
Yeah, Build a Better Boy.
Thank you. I couldn't.
I still
welcome.
haven't seen that.
I'd
Was-
seen it when I was like maybe 10 or 12. So
It's
Is he a
so
main role
funny.
in that?
yes,
Yeah. He's
Oh,
the
damn
better
it, now
boy.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
he's literally like a CIA federal agent crafted robot who ends up going to prom with a teenage girl.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch Disney Channel now for Marshall Williams.
Suffer.
Ugh, Disney Channel, why?
It was
I know that Marshall Williams has been in a lot of Hallmark movies, which I saw in a different interview that apparently like 3 of the main actors, Richard Harmon, Marshall Williams, Matthew Hamilton, Hamlet. You are an omelet.
Sure, bro, whatever.
We just be saying stuff now. At this point, nobody
hold
gets
on.
names anymore.
Nobody gets
actor
names
1, 2,
anymore.
and 3.
Actor 1, 2, and 3. Shut the. Yes.
We'll give
He's
them
Matt-
T-shirts with numbers so we can just point at them and
Thing
go,
1,
"You!"
thing 2, thing. Yes, Matt Hamilton. They're all in a bunch of Hallmark movies, which I think is funny
Me
that
too.
they go from Hallmark to Pitfall.
I'm gonna show my friends Pitfall once it gets out for like distribution for yada yada, VODs and all that.
Yeah.
And my 2 best friends, their mom loves Hallmark movies. There's a good chance they're gonna recognize at least one of them, and I think that's really funny.
Oh,
You cannot
Matt
get me to
Hamlin.
watch Hallmark
Hamilton.
movies. I'm sorry.
He was
so
on
sorry. My family
like 2
would play
episodes
them
of Supernatural.
every holiday, and because of that,
Oh,
it's
nice.
just, I can't. I can't. When that's all that plays for 6 hours straight at every family gathering, you get to a point where you don't want to watch Hallmark movies, especially when they replay The Notebook over and over and over and over.
Someone
I
has
can't help
trauma
you, Pam.
with The Notebook.
I don't like
Yeah.
it! Do you have any idea how many times they've played that? And then they're like, this is the best movie ever! No!
I have not seen The Notebook. I have
Do
not
not.
seen really any
Neither
Hallmark
have I.
films.
I
They're
can't
not my
help you.
jam.
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder. I'm gonna grip your shoulder tight enough for it to bleed, and I'm gonna tell you, don't.
Ow.
I dodge.
I
Yeah,
dodged.
what
I dodged.
happened to dodging?
You said you gripped it. I didn't need to dodge.
Oh, okay.
You already got me, man. I
Oh,
can't dodge by that point.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna grip you so hard you bleed, and I'm gonna tell you don't watch.
I
it.
dodge. I saw it coming this time. You can't hit the same move twice. GG easy, I dodge.
I hit you over the face with a baseball
I dodge.
bat.
I dodge. You can't get me.
Anyway. So yes, apparently don't see The Notebook according to Seth. So the movie starts out with, I think the first scene is Gwen it's the first. I mean, obviously the opening is not any of our main characters. It is actually a opening on the young hunter, who is played by, I have it in my notes because he is the sweetest little guy ever.
I'm pretty sure his name is Chance.
Chance Orion Woods.
Yes, Chance
Or-
Orion Woods. He is such a sweetie. Like he was very nice to us online, which we will get to in a later segment of this video. But it starts with the young hunter and his mother getting chased through the woods, and they're obviously running from somebody, and you find out that it is actually their her abusive husband, his abusive father, and a struggle ensues, and his mother gets slashed in the throat and sadly dies. But during that death, she falls backwards and takes him with her, and they fall into the pit, and she kind of gets spiked. That
It was really
scene,
cool.
it was such an opening scene. You feel bad for the young hunter because he's just shaking his mom. He's like, "Mom, wake up. Mom, I'm cold. I want to go home." And I'm just like, "Oh, ow."
And honestly, Chance, he was really good. Like he was like what 9 or 10,
Something
during
along
this.
those, yeah.
Really good for a 9 or 10 year old. I could not do that shit when I was 9 or 10. I was like playing Minecraft and shit, bro. I was not locked in like that. He's locked in.
He
Love
is
to see
locked
it.
in.
No, he was great. I normally don't like child actors just because, they're children. They typically aren't the best at acting because they don't have the skills. That's not fault to them. But for what I saw of him, I quite liked it. It was really
Yeah.
nice.
Seth, do you have any thoughts on the opening scene?
I would have loved to see more how after things happened between his abusive dad and him, how he ended up the way he did, because there's obviously a psychological deficit that happened for him to end up in a constant state of psychosis where he feels like he has to protect his mom, who is beyond dead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, extremely beyond dead for years and years.
Oh, yeah. I want to know what
Yeah.
happened to her body. Like, did you leave her there? Did you bury her?
Bones. The body's
My hungry ass got
skeletonized
to her.
pretty fucking... Jesus. Body's skeletonized pretty fucking fast when left uncovered, and also, like, in a hole like that, you're gonna get a lot of scavengers that are gonna come along, like bugs and stuff, that are gonna eat at the corpse really fast.
You could say like a centipede.
No.
I love the centipede scene.
It's a
Quick side
great
tangent.
scene.
Well done.
I love it so much, and I love that it leads into Scott's hallucinations.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense for it too, because something like that is absolutely gonna fuck with your nervous system.
Well and truly.
Well, from the opening scene, we cut to the Williams going on a family trip. We meet Ashley that we talked about earlier.
Yes!
Scott that we're semi going back and forth between talking about now in the movie.
Zain, the way you said yes like that, I just imagined the fucking FNAF 2 Foxy jump scare.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Ashley. I love Ashley. If you can't tell, she's my favorite character. I really like Ashley.
We meet Lorraine Williams and Drew Williams, who are the parents. And right away, you can see a lot of the dynamic between the entire family. It's very, lighthearted, loving. They start to play Never Have I Ever, and Ashley's like, I don't want to do that with mom and dad. And the dad's like, oh, come on, we're hip. And I was like, if you say we're hip, you're not hip. I'm sorry.
Hello, fellow kids ass.
I kind of love
Go
that
ahead.
one of the reoccurring things throughout the movie is the deer jump scares.
Oh my god, that fucking deer.
That's kind of another thing I want to bring up quickly. Not too much of a side tangent, but deer symbolism usually is like a calm, peaceful thing. So I like how it's kind of more intense. Once again, gets flipping of the standard stereotype of making it more of a, ooh, what the fuck was that? And the whole thing with the car crashing into a deer. Like, I think that's really cool. I like seeing stuff being flipped around.
I think having an animal jump scare of some kind was on my bingo board for this, because I made a bingo predicting things that would happen in the movie.
I should have done that.
I did that, but I don't remember what I got.
I don't even remember where to find my Pitfall bingo.
I think we just said I think I just said some stupid shit on there just to it's like throw spaghetti at a wall and see what sticks.
Why specifically spaghetti?
You've never thrown spaghetti at a wall?
Have you?
Yes.
That's a waste of perfectly good spaghetti, man.
It's okay, so it's a thing to test if your spaghetti's ready. You take a piece of it and you throw it to the wall, and if it sticks, I believe it's done. If it doesn't stick, then it's not done.
You know what?
Just bite it.
TJ, if this is your way of telling, if you know what? No, I shouldn't say that.
No, say
we
it,
are
say
keeping
it.
this PG-13 at the most here.
If your way of testing making spaghetti to see if it's done is throwing at a wall to see if it sticks. Can I just, like, make something that shoots out, like, children and throws them at walls at, like, Mach 1 to see
Why
how
would
hard
you
they
do that?
splatter?
Bitch asses ain't gonna stick.
This is getting cut from the video. This shit's getting cut.
I don't know what's getting cut at this point. We might just like leave it all and let all of our raw thoughts talk.
God forbid I want to see how hard you can slam a baby into a brick wall before it turns into a meat splatter.
Seth,
Jesus
never be a father.
Christ.
Never be a father. Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ, I'm moving on. So, and then we get the deer jump scare, like Zane was saying. I think I wonder if Drew died like instantaneous, because this dude got impaled by the deer's antlers.
Like,
I mean, it hit like right in his heart, so I think he died pretty fast.
I would hope so, because I would hate for him to go through that.
Instantaneous death.
God,
What was that?
what would you put on a tombstone?
Dead.
Dead.
No name, no year, just dead. Just that's a fair warning in case someone didn't see the tombstone.
Mm.
You walk up to the tombstone, all that's engraved on there is like an antler.
Fuck, bro, my bad. The deer.
Oh, you know, if I'm trying to remember correctly, I think how it goes in the movie is like the deer jumps and then we cut immediately to Scott because he was having a nightmare. I was like, I don't think you find out that his dad got impaled by the deer until later in the movie.
No, we don't. That's like at the last kind of flashback when he's pulling Ashley out when the truck is coming.
Yeah.
God. I'm trying, I saw this movie in theaters and I'm trying to remember what the hell the order is.
Actually, let's go back to the tombstone. Can we change it to where it says "Lazen dead is dead"? That's a quote from one of my friends.
Thank you.
Sure, okay, fine.
Lazen dead is dead.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. For fuck's sake.
Rest in pitfalls.
Rest in pitfalls. Okay, so
RIPF.
we get to see Scott again, and now we get to meet his confirmed girlfriend, confirmed by the team that they did not get married. They are still just dating. Gwen, who is played by Jordan Claire Robbins, who is my queen. I love Gwen so much. I don't have as many words to say how much I love Gwen as much as Zane has many words to say that he loves Ashley, but
I love Ashley.
but
Just
trust me when I say
louder just for that.
Got close to the
I
mic.
just want to say that I adore her, like her caring nature. She didn't have to stick with this man for 5 years after God knows how long of dating, even before that, and stick by his side and all of that, even through his parents' death, even through his sister being a bitch. I'm sorry, Zane.
How dare you? She is a bitch, but how dare you?
Zane's gonna kill you for that one, dog.
Good thing I'm in the States.
Alright,
You can't
Zane,
dodge
when
like
do
I
pay
can.
for your ticket to America so you can go kill TJ?
Damn it.
I'll
No.
give you TJ's address and everything. I know TJ's exact address.
Damn
I know your
it.
mom, TJ.
You do know my mom.
Yeah,
There
we-
is a problem.
We know TJ's mom.
Yeah.
There is a problem when both of you are following my mom and she's following you
That's
back.
okay. I've tracked down like half of the friend group's parents. I've tracked down Guppy's grandma.
That's terrifying.
Thug it out.
So we meet Gwen, and she's comforting Scott through the nightmare. Obviously, it's a big day. Something's happening. And we cut to Ashley throwing up on the toilet. And why am I the one trying to explain things? I don't understand how I explain. Am I doing a good job? Do I explain?
I think you're doing
Yeah, I
a
think
good
you're
job.
getting through it perfectly.
I
A little
Yeah.
bit of
I kind
stuttering,
of like
but
how this started off very nice, where we were talking about Ashley and we were talking about Scott, and then we derailed and we're talking about the movie, and we didn't go in depth about like the rest of the characters.
well, Ashley and Scott, they're the main characters. It's okay.
We can go quickly into them. Let's this is all right. For anybody watching, as you can already tell, this is going to be all over the damn place.
We have.
We can go quickly into them. Yeah, we can.
Oh boy!
Okay, well, we're keeping this PG-13.
I'm
We
not
don't
the one
have
who
to
said
do
we can go
shit.
quickly
This is
into
my
them.
YouTube channel.
We can go
So
quickly
let's
into
finish
them.
talking. Let's finish talking about Scott. Scott is a Captain America golden boy looking man who is very pretty, played by
Marshall Williams,
Marshall Williams.
you got this.
My God, my brain farted.
Guys, just so you know, TJ was
Excuse
so
you.
enamored by Marshall Williams, she was posting him on her story and going, I'm looking respectfully. And then I was reposting TJ's stories going, not me.
I posted a picture, or I reposted a picture that he did of like one of his headshots, and I put a meme next to it that said pretty. He's so pretty. I don't understand.
my Discord status has been like that, the cropped picture of his portrait
Of
shot
Scott.
as Scott. Except all you can see is his eyes, and he just looks so fucking angry as the cropped picture.
It's the Marshall Williams that sees all. It's terrifying. He sees everything.
I thought it was hilarious when I changed my status to "It's me, real Scott. I see you, TJ."
I was like, no, not the real Slim Shady.
Gonna get your ass.
He's coming for you. PNG image Scott is slowly approaching.
That's horrifying. Anyway, so he obviously starts off, you can tell that he's definitely troubled by his parents' death. But I mean, he's a naturally funny guy, you know, slinging jokes here and there. The well-adjusted sibling who is trying his hardest to reach out to his sibling, but it's only until he is isolated by himself that he actually has to deal with the trauma of losing his parents and I hate to say it like this, but the burden of having to take care of his very dysfunctional sister who is killing herself from the inside out.
I love you, Ashley.
I like how you can
And-
also tell that the main reason that their dynamic is strained from the start is the miscommunication between the two of them. Because where Scott thinks that he's doing something to help Ashley, Ashley thinks Scott is doing this to win one over on her.
Yeah.
I'd
As
also
she puts to
quickly like to
her not so very boyfriend Charlie. And I say not so very boyfriend because he keeps trying and she keeps saying no.
He's so cute though. Anyway, what were you saying, Zane?
There's something that I just kind of thought of right here, but I find it very interesting that Scott only really starts to break down his trauma when he's alone, and Ashley only breaks down her trauma when she's finally given a hand to help through it. And I think it's like a nice parallel between the two, because she spent all of that time alone, separate from Scott, separate from the rest of the group, by herself I mean, I guess with Charlie and maybe a few other men that she's dealt with, but she hasn't been emotionally with other people really. So I think it's a nice, you know, being alone can help you work through things, but you do also need the help of others.
The other thing
Potato,
too
potato.
that's kind of nice that you get to see is with the rest of the group, you get the outside perspectives of what everybody else sees. You get kind of a one-sided perspective from Gwen, who's been around Scott more. You get a one-sided perspective from Charlie, who's been around Ashley more. And then you get Lars, who's seen both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've done a good job not bringing up Lars for so long. I'm proud of us, guys.
We should throw a brick at his head. He deserves it.
Jesus.
It's gonna say, for you, in like pretty pink cursive. It's gonna be a hot pink glitter pen on the brick. And then we're gonna hit him straight in the head.
Glitter pen would not stick on a brick. This is poor craftsmanship on your part. You have to use
Oh,
paint, man.
Okay, fine. Glitter paint.
Thank you. Thank you. I care about realism
so
here.
one of the things that I really like is the fact that we do get to focus on Scott for this main thing. And because it's I like seeing his progress through grief.
Can I can I just say, and I'll cut this out later, we went 46 minutes without mentioning Lars.
Well done, guys. Well done.
We did it!
So proud of us. So proud of us.
See, we can be autistic and not be autistic. Well done.
Okay, so next we'll talk a bit more about Gwen, who, as I said earlier, is played by Jordan Claire Robbins. She is definitely she starts out as the more calm side, or more of the, I would say, the brains of kind of this whole thing.
She's a
The
very
one
good
who's
voice of reason when it comes to
thank
things.
you.
Because
That's what I was going with.
when they head out, Gwen is willing to listen to the troubles that Ashley has and have a girl-to-girl conversation, which is usually like, honestly, that's someone who's AFAB. I'm definitely more comfortable sharing my feelings to somebody else who is a friend that is also AFAB before I'm gonna go tell like a cis straight dude. No offense.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm kind of the opposite, but I get where you're
Really?
coming from. I just don't have a lot of cis women friends or AFAB friends for that matter.
That's
fair.
entirely fair.
Belgium's bleak.
Also,
The other thing that I find like endearing and sweet is when Ashley and Gwen are talking to each other, you can tell that Gwen isn't just trying to take Ashley's side about things. She's trying to put realism into the situation at hand and trying to get Ashley to understand that this isn't just about her. This is also about how her brother has been hurting this whole time.
Yeah.
And that's something you don't see when Ashley and Charlie talk. Because when Ashley and Charlie talk, it is solely about Ashley's feelings, and you can see that Charlie wants to be more in depth and in touch with Ashley's feelings, but she won't let him in because she won't let anyone in.
Mm-hmm. Plus, Gwen is very motherly. She probably is very similar to Lorraine, the Williams' mother. And people like her who are very naturally like put off this caring energy and all that, people tend to open up more too.
Yeah. The other thing that I'm gonna say, and this might not be immediately seen by people when you take into consideration how the story progresses and whatnot, the tense dynamics between everyone is really well balanced out by the presence of Lars being there, because when you have someone who is like a non-serious, fun, jokey kind of person, it's harder for you to be so conflicting around other people. Because the energy won't stay tense with everyone forever. Because you have someone who's trying to lighten the mood. Even if in some regards that might come off as backhanded, like the way that Charlie sees Lars.
Which now we will switch on to Charlie, played by Matt Hamilton. My God, why can't I say that?
Suffering with his name.
I am suffering with his last name. Oh my God, because I want to keep calling him. I want to keep calling him Hamlin, like from.
Stop it! I've got you. He's played by Matt Hamilton because TJ can't speak English apparently.
No, it's not like it's my primary language or anything.
It's not?
It's not?
No, it is. I hate both of you, by the way.
I know what your primary language is. TJnese.
Yeah,
I think
actually, at
it's
this point,
gibberish.
at this
I think it's
point,
gibberish and blabbering.
so we're introduced to
Zane,
Charlie
let's confuse
in.
TJ and just talk to each other in Japanese.
Please don't.
Watashi wa Zain. Ichi Nissan Shigo Roku
Hajime
Nana.
Mashite Vampire Broth.
I hate all of you.
Joshua do.
Watashi wa Steven Spielberg desk.
Oh my god. Anyway, we're introduced to Charlie
Ohio.
after Ashley is seen vomiting in the toilet. You know, he's trying to comfort her, which I like Charlie's initial introduction. I'm solely gonna thirst for a second because he is attractive as hell. Oh my god.
You do you.
I
I'll let you have
I
that
understand.
one for yourself. I don't see it. I don't see the appeal, I'm sorry.
One would say he's very crispy.
Okay, well.
Doob. I'm sorry.
You're instantly introduced to Charlie and Ashley's dynamic of, you know, he's pushing to get in and she's pulling away, you know, calling her babes, and she's like, don't call me that. And then, but he's trying to give her an out of going on this excursion with her brother.
If I
And you know, he's like,
if I may, in the first few seconds that you're introduced to him, the way that he speaks at first kind of gives pushy boyfriend, so I really didn't like him at first. But you can tell that he like backs off from that almost immediately, and you can tell that it's playful, but at first I did not like that. I was like, I don't like you. You're my least favorite.
I loved the dynamic, or the playful dynamic between and Ashley.
Yeah, you're cutting out, man.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Now you're better.
Yeah, you roboted that last sentence entirely.
Oh, okay, let me try again. I like the dynamic between Ashley and Charlie, especially in the beginning, because, you know, he's, you know, trying to give her an out, but also being a little playful. He gets in the shower and he's being, I guess he bees a bit of a dick. And so she flushes the toilet. And
You're cutting out again.
Can you hear me?
We can hear
Now
you.
you're good.
It's just like when you start talking fast, your audio latency robots really badly.
I like the dynamic.
Okay, TJ.
Anyway.
We understand. You like the dynamic between Charlie and Ashley in the beginning, the way that they are towards each other, and throughout the movie.
And throughout the movie, but I like when she flushes the toilet and like ruins his shower. I think that's such a funny scene.
That's such a thing for couples to do, to just like playfully fuck with each other.
Exactly.
Couples do that shit all the time.
I wouldn't know, but glad to hear.
Well, according to movies.
I can promise you I have intentionally made the shower cold on someone once before.
Hell yeah.
I have not intentionally done it, but I've done it.
It's a funny experience. I wasn't like dating that person, but they invited me over to their house, and I think I was painting my nails while they were showering, and we were like arguing about Pokemon, and I was just like, man, fuck you, and I flushed the toilet.
Nice.
You win the argument, I guess.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Your shower water's cold. Fuck you.
Can't focus now, can you, bitch?
Either way, I like Charlie. I like how he's, especially even when they're in the woods, how supportive he is of Ashley. He is ready to throw out any excuse to leave so that she is comfortable. And he just gives off this caring vibe that he wants to be there for her. And he's willing to put up the fight to
Oh, TJ died.
Oh, your mic is fucked.
TJ's
Oh.
dead.
Dead and gone.
Getting one TJ per sometimes. Oh!
Oh. Oh.
It's just us now. No! No! We can't
okay.
see Scott anymore! We got a brief glimpse of Scott.
Instead of it just
TJ?
being Charlie peeking over my shoulder.
He looks so disgusted at you. There he is!
Hi, Scott. Hi,
Aw.
Gwen. Hi, Ashley.
hello.
TJ?
Hello?
Are you back? I heard a
Can you
hello.
hear me?
Hello? Okay.
I heard a
You're
hello.
Oh my
back,
God.
Stopper.
TJ?
Oh,
Hello?
We're getting one vowel.
hello.
We got an O.
Not
Quick,
a-
somebody put that on the Jeopardy board. Put no. I meant to say Wheel of Fortune, but fuck it.
Can you hear me?
Oh my
I
God,
can.
we can hear you.
I don't know what the hell is happening.
Your audio just really fucked off. While
I
you were
turned
gone,
off my-
We just kept giving looking glances at the Scott in the middle because you disappeared and Scott replaced you.
Oh my God, I'm always replaced by Scott, even though I'm dressed like Lars.
Yeah.
You dressed like the fruitcake.
I turned off my internet. I don't know what's happening, so I'm now solely on data.
Alright.
Well, hopefully you don't
It sounds a lot better.
disappear again.
I
And
really hope
if you
so.
do, I will start the funeral as soon as possible.
If I do, we're gonna have to try to record the rest of this video on another day.
No, it's okay. Zain and I can hold a funeral in your honor.
No!
Yeah, I've got fireworks.
No!
I'll go shoot off a few bottles.
I got a gravestone that says dead.
I'll take a shot
Hey.
of vodka in your honor.
Anyway,
I'll
what
take
was the
two.
last thing we did before I crapped out?
Don't worry about it.
That I need to continue talking about Charlie.
You're talking about the cold shower
Yeah, you're
and
talking
the
about the
couples
cold shower.
bickering.
I just like fucking with you.
Please.
You know who else likes fucking with people?
We're not on him yet. He gets his own segment last.
Viewer retention, guys.
You're-
We know our audience.
Yeah, you're making us wait because you know once we get there, I'm gonna take over the talking because I'm a little autism creature.
Yes,
you
that's why
are.
I'm like, we need to get through everything else first.
Okay, continue on with boring little Charlie. They
You're
should have made him
boring.
crispier.
Yes, he died via being set on fire, which this is the only scene that kind of bothers me a little, is
Crunchy.
because I wish Ashley had a better moment to tell Charlie that she was pregnant. I mean, obviously she could tell that he was not getting out of it, and I know she wanted to try to inspire him to get out like faster, but I was like, that is such a bad timing.
Charlie fried
Also, it's kind of
rice.
like a last minute, like, saving grace, Hail Mary kind of thing. I do like it because it shows that her, like, will to live is coming back and she wants to have a future with Charlie. I like that personally. But also, I'm a big Ashley fan, so.
We know.
the one thing that bothered me is I wish she could have told him sooner. Because I don't know, it felt like a bad moment to me.
Like, to be fair.
I
think it's a good thing that we have different opinions here.
Charlie's abrasiveness is nice to see, but also at the same time, I wish to throw a sock at him. He gets a like singular gym sock thrown at his face.
I think it's so funny how he starts off this trip as like this woods guy who like knows all about hiking, knows about fishing, knows about like how to get water from a tree root. But then after he loses Scott, all of that knowledge seems to fly out of his fucking head because of panic.
Mm-hmm. He can't figure
And
out
I-
where he's at. He blames on the darkness. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it shows how much you can like really blank out in a state of panic or fear.
Also,
No, go ahead.
okay. one thing I want to point out, I as the special effects and practical effects fan, TM, I really like how a little bit weird how he like was burning and like the blistering was showing up on his leg. I really like that scene. The way the like bubble like pus or something like trickled down
If
into his like lower part of his leg. I thought that was great. It really brought the stakes up. It made it feel more real.
if I
And like when his
may,
body was there, the eyes were all white. It was great.
if I may, in a similar regard, if you've ever seen Iron Lung, there's a lot of similarities in those effects there and what you see happening to Simon in the third act of Iron Lung.
Don't spoil me. Don't spoil me. I don't know. I
I'm
don't know
sorry.
anything about Iron Lung. I can like put my headphones off if you need to say anything more.
It's
No,
just that.
I,
It's just
I,
that. That's it.
yeah,
Oh,
That's
I
it.
okay.
think
It's
that's
it
that's
doesn't
what he was
like
going for.
it doesn't fully affect Simon, if that gives you an idea. It's just like one specific shot you see of that
Mm.
same effect happening for a completely different reason onto Simon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a really good thing to see. Um, but like honestly, I've also if you go look at my review of Iron Lung, I've literally said that I love that Iron Lung also takes place in such a small, confined space with one person having to deal with being stuck where they're at. And underneath, I say, hey, if you like this, go watch Pitfall.
I see. Now I love a good guy
Because
stuck in
both
place
have to deal
horror.
with characters that are in confined spaces, dealing with the traumas of their past, and then having to figure out what they're going to do on the potential that they may not have a future.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I do want to see
When you
Iron Lung
have
when I
to
get a
work in
chance.
such a small, limited, confined space to figure out your situation and navigate through it, it is amazing because it brings up feelings of psychological horror. Another
Mm-hmm.
movie that does this really well is Cube. If you've ever seen Cube, it came out in like the 90s. Um, it follows a group of
Okay.
people that are inside of a giant military cube that shifts around room by room, and each room has like a different trap in it and whatnot. And you can only safely move through rooms that have primary numbers marked on them. Um, and it's just a really good and unique way to show liminal space and psychological horror, also. Um,
Liminal spaces.
Yeah. I love stuff like that when you have to sit there and deal with the fact that you're in a spot that you don't really recognize well and you're trapped with no real way out or any certainty that you will survive what's going on. It brings in a type of fear that I don't feel often.
Mhm.
If you like liminal spaces and not knowing where you're at and not understanding stuff, I would suggest Grim Encounters also. Definitely one. If you like meta horror, then two. It's a little bit worse, but I like two a lot. I'll
I'm
keep
only
my
gonna
rant
tell people
short.
to watch the first Cube movie. Do not watch Cube 2. Cube 2 takes completely away from the horror aspect and goes full on sci-fi, and it's just not good. It's really not good. It's so unbelievably not good. Just watch Cube. Don't watch Cube 2. Like like when I put Cube, Iron Lung, and Pitfall together, I'm not including Cube 2 or Cube 0.
So next we're gonna move on to the Hunter, played by Randy Couture.
Oh yeah.
I was actually very surprised that my parents knew who Randy Couture was because they were like, "Yeah, we used to watch him fight," and I was like, "Really?" I
I
thought
think
that
it's
was really
cool.
interesting.
I think it's cool that they got like a proper WWE fighter, right?
No, he's a
Um,
UFC fighter.
UFC. So I'm not too, super big into all that kind of fighting shit, but it's still cool to see. I really like it when people kind of branch out from their old entertainment into another kind of realm with YouTubers going to directors, fighters going to acting. I love to see it. It's great.
I liked that they kept him in a lot of mystery for this. I would have liked to see him a bit more, like his face and everything, a bit more. I understand. It's like, yes, this movie is a focus on him, but it also is not a focus on him at the same time, if that makes sense.
Hmm. It's focused
But
on him as a concept more so than a character.
yeah. I do wish I had seen him a bit more because it just he was a cool adversary.
He really was.
Hmm.
Something
And of
I oh,
no, go ahead.
something I really liked is kind of the Freudian aspect of it all. I don't support, the creepy Sigmund, but I studied psychology for a while, and I really like how his effect, like his not his effect, his relationship with his mother and his father really plays into how he goes about killing. It's kind of a
Mhm.
common trope within horror, but if you like stuff like Texas Chainsaw and all that, I think you'll find him really interesting. How he saves Ashley because she looks like his mother, and
Mhm.
Saves is a
that's
very
uh,
loose term here.
yeah, he takes her
Yeah.
to kind of use as a weapon against Scott. It's weird. I do like it.
I
Um,
I think because of the way that he sets her up, there's definitely evidence of again there being some sort of psychological deficit for him because
mhm.
um she is absolutely not safe in that situation. She was going to fall to her death too. And a common thing with serial killers, because I've studied true crime, I've taken criminal justice when I was in college, is that a lot of killers usually kill based off of trauma or some sort of memory that associates that they want to feel over and over again. And a lot of the case, their motives and MOs will follow the same pattern over and over again. So with like all the other missing person posters you see, and him obviously targeting men first and then women after shows that he has a plan every time that he has to follow through in order to feel that sort of exertion towards his trauma again and again. Because throughout the movie, you were shown that he attacks the male characters first and then the female characters afterwards.
I think also it's kind of interesting when it was the whole thing with Gwen. He trapped Gwen, but he didn't focus on her. He focused on Lars,
Yeah,
which I think
As
really
soon as he
shows
knew there
that.
was another man in the picture, he diverted his um his focus.
yeah, because his thing is taking out whoever most represents his father, which is just any other guy in this scenario, any other male that is present, before attacking the female.
I do like the I thought it was funny that we could see um the hunter's like head and everything at some point because he's always got his hood covered on.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching an interview with Randy saying he was like, I spent so long with them gluing these little wisps of hair to my head. I'd really like a reveal. And I was like, I could see why you would want a reveal if you like went through all that. But at the same time, I was looking at him like, dude, just shave it all, cut the rest of it off. What are you holding on to?
You don't even have like conventions right now. What are you keeping, bro? You live
The
in the
concept of
woods.
hair.
Yeah. And I was like, no, no, what are you doing? Because I thought he had a full head of hair when I first saw concepts of him, but to
I
turn
did
Me
out that
too.
he's like holding on to the idea that he had hair, and I'm like, sir,
Well, I mean,
don't do it anymore.
he's been in the forest since he was like a little kid, from what it seems like. I still want to know how he was able to last that long. My guesstimates, and I would love to hear if this is like confirmed or denied, is because his abusive father obviously was still alive when he fell into the pit, and with his
Hmm.
mom and whatnot. Um, there's a part of me that feels like the way that it would make the most sense, if any of you have watched Criminal Minds, you know there's a character in Criminal Minds that has schizophrenia, and one of their schizophrenic alters is their dad. And they use that to attack Spencer Reed. And I feel like the hunter
I
could
thought it
have.
was his sister or something.
I thought it was Spencer, because that's how Spencer got addicted to the
Oh,
drugs.
no, 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 no. No, no, no. Yeah, the Dilaudid. That was Tobias. I'm thinking of a different character.
Yeah. I know my Criminal Minds shit. Don't ever correct me again.
Oh, no, he's dealt with like two people with like schizophrenia or something, because it was one of them was Tobias, was obviously him, and then his father, his religious father, who was doping him up with Dilaudid. But also, like, later on in the seasons, it was like a guy who was like alter egoing like a girl or maybe his sister, and he was seducing men. And by the end of the episode, the submissive male part of him was gone, and it was completely the female.
Yeah, no, I'm referring to the one with the religious dad. But anyways, I feel like in some regard, if the kid version of the hunter wasn't able to fight back yet, there was likely that he had to have a reliance on his dad until he could actually kill his dad, which is why I feel like he is so skilled in the regards that he has. I would love to hear whether or not that actually happened, or if he somehow killed his dad at the age of like 10.
I was going to say, from the flashbacks of him killing that one camper when he was young, he seemed pretty skilled, and I really hope he found it. I really hope his dad met a horrible demise.
I think he just perceives himself as that little kid still, because when you go through certain traumas and you don't get the psychological help you need, you quite literally develop a form of brain damage through post-trauma, and because of that, you can stunt your brain mentally.
Yeah, and you can tell
Freudian.
You can tell it a lot in the way he speaks, because he does not form good sentences. He screams a lot, he makes a lot of grunting noises, and when he finally does speak, it's uh don't something Papa, or calling Gwen Mama and all that.
I think he says you're safe from Papa now.
It's either that or you're safe, Mama, or
something along those lines.
Yeah, it's where you can tell a lot of where his trauma is coming from. But you can tell that if he grew up in the woods, then he definitely cannot speak English that well, even though he was speaking it very well in the very beginning of the movie.
There is a psychological concept. I think it's Freud, but I might be wrong here. But basically, no, it is Freud. It is Freud. Depending on where you get like stuck with a trauma, and you don't progress past that trauma, you get stuck in that emotional state. And I don't like to use the term, but it's like the anal stage, the oral stage, yada yada yada. But it's where you're seeking the stimuli. And I think that he is.
Hate the way Freud named things. I'm sorry.
Me too. No, I understand. But
TJ, you're trapped in a call with 2 students who have studied psychology before. Both of us violently hate Freud.
Every psychology student hates Freud. He's a freak.
Every time you say Freud, I was thinking it was a Lord of the Rings thing. I'm sorry.
No, Sigmund Freud. The bastard who thinks that his fucking beliefs are always tied back to sex or incest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew. Let's not say we did.
I don't want to say we did.
I would say let's not say we didn't. Or yeah.
I don't want to say we did ever. If I may, propaganda. We should talk about Lars. My reasoning is yes.
Okay, faggot.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so sorry for loving my male wife.
Faggot.
I need you to know, he turned on his camera and immediately I was like, there's the faggot. And he's like pointing to Lars. He's like, yeah, he's right there. And I'm like, no, I'm talking about you.
I'm so big.
I'm so large and round.
Jesus.
Zain and I just syncing up in our brains.
Bye.
I'm so big and Lars.
Oh, I'm so Lars and Lars.
I'm so Lars.
Oh, I'm so Lars and Ashley.
I'm so Lars and Scott.
Oh, I'm so Lars and Charlie.
This is what's gonna get us blocked by the Pitfall actors.
They don't need to hear this, okay? Everything is a thing. OBS ain't even, like, recording yet, alright? Damn.
You know it's not.
I am recording.
Oh.
It's okay, I can cut it
The
out.
skinniest Jackson!
The skinniest Jackson!
The skinniest Jackson!
Alright, I'm gonna take control of this then. We're gonna go back to talking about Charlie. Actually, we're gonna pretend we didn't talk about Charlie. We're gonna quickly go over Charlie and whatever the fuck makes it in. What is whatever the fuck makes it in?
Okay. Skinniest
Jesus.
Jackson.
Okay, who started with Charlie? Ooh, the Charlie's Charlie!
I'm gonna
Charliest
say
Jackson.
I love that man. He is not that thin. He's very dad bod coated, and it's nice.
The Charliest
He is.
Jackson.
No, once again, I will forever be glad that we're casting actors that aren't the most chiseled, like,
Casting
heavily
actors
fit
that
people.
aren't barely legal adults.
Thank you, Lord.
I am
Thank
so
you.
fed by adults that I can actually be like, whoa, I can tell they're adults instead of
Exactly.
is this a child?
Like, Final Destination, I love you, but why are half your movies about teenagers? Guys.
Final Destination, I love you. I think it's funny that you keep killing kids.
I think it's funny when they kill kids when they're obviously kids. But Kevin does not look like he's like barely an adult.
As Richard
That
would
man's
say,
29.
squish him. As Richard Harmon would say, squish him.
Yes.
Squish him. Okay, so anyway, Charlie. We meet him, and he's, you know, the one thing I really like about Charlie is that you can tell how much he like really loves and cares for Ashley. Like he's quote unquote the flavor of the month, but he's really really into her, and he feels like he can have enough of a life with her to push past whatever is blocking her from letting him into her heart.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite lines from him is like Ashley said something like, "You're not my boyfriend yet," and he's like, "Ah, yet, but I'm breaking you down. I can see it." Like, I think that's so sweet, guys. They could have had a great life together.
They
Well and
really
truly,
they really could have had a wonderful life together.
their love would have burned really hot.
Their love would have been really hot. I mean,
Oh
what?
yeah.
Why
Zooey,
is
mom.
this the one time where I'm the normalist person here? That's not supposed to
Okay.
happen. Hold on, I gotta get on
Seth.
some Freakatoo.
Honestly, this goes for like all the actors. They all have really good line delivery, and like I like the way they all speak. Like it's not like it doesn't come off as like actor speak where it's heavily enunciated or like whatever you call it, where it doesn't quite feel real. It's an issue I notice sometimes, and maybe that's just me being autistic and picking up things that don't really matter. But it often doesn't feel very real. But all these actors, it's very natural line delivery, and I know a good chunk of it, from what I've heard, is like not quite improv, but you know, it has their own little bits about it, and it comes off very nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
I really like when Charlie and Ashley break apart from everybody else so that she could like try to go and calm down. And he's like very much willing to be like, "Hey, do you want to leave? We don't have to stay
Mm.
here. I will fake anything, any oh,
Illness.
I'll get there eventually. Yeah, any illness you need to get out of this." He's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, immediately, the motherfucker hits a branch. He's like, oh, watch your head.
Again.
Breathe. And, and her calling him an old man, and I'm just, their banter is really, really, it plays off of each other
Mhm.
very nicely.
It's really natural.
It is. And just the
Yeah.
chemistry that Alex and Matt have together
Mm-hmm.
is chef's kiss, in my opinion.
Yeah, very palpable. I feel like these characters all have like real interconnected relationships with each other, which is a big thing for me. Whenever I'm watching a movie, I always focus on the characters more so than plot or effects or whatever. I'm always very character focused when I look at stuff. So I like seeing characters build off each other, interact, and see how that affects their actions later on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Whenever it's like stale, I can't watch it. I'm sorry, it's the worst.
His death is very sad.
It is.
It's like very emotional.
Mhm. A lot of the death scenes are there's not many deaths, honestly. For a movie like this, you'd expect there to be more, But what we have are pretty well done. I would argue that, Catherine and Jean, they're pretty quick. We don't get a lot from it, but like when Catherine dies and Jean is like screaming out for her, that still carried emotion. Charlie's carried emotion. Gwen carried lots of emotion. I felt like they were very well done, and they didn't like stretch out their like writing skill, quote unquote, amongst multiple deaths. They focused in on the importance of each one, which brings
Mhm.
more life to the characters.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's just even for Lars, who a character who did not like Charlie at all, for him to be so devastated over
Hmm.
his death, it just it's an impact. It's a very impactful death,
Yeah,
and it also is my worst nightmare because burning alive, it sounds terrifying.
yeah, it's one of the worst ways to go.
Mhm.
It's a
Mhm.
bad day to be a pyromania, I say.
Oh dear. But also, one thing I wanted to point out with Charlie and everybody else in the group is why the fuck did you not sleep in groups? Why did you let one man stay up all night? I
I
I
still
don't
like
No,
to think that it has to come from like a character flaw of Charlie thinking he can do everything by himself, because that's what it
hmm
gives to me. Like,
I
I'm
just
I'm not the biggest fan of him, and I think that just comes from like a joking manner of me being like I'm not the biggest fan of Charlie. But I do like that he has a very flawed personality in the fact that you can tell that he doesn't want to have to rely on other people.
hmm And he wants people to rely on him. Whether he actually, in fact, inflated his knowledge of outdoorsness or not, based on what Lars said, it doesn't
right.
matter. He wants people to think he is intelligent. He wants people to think he is reliable. You can see how he acts with Ashley. He wants her to lean on him. He wants people to lean on him. I think that's a really nice character trait to see. It's not necessarily a bad trait, but it is a flaw.
Mm-hmm.
And also you can see it a lot. You can see that he like kind of wants to make up for losing Scott in the or losing Scott in the first place
Mm-hmm.
because he's so distraught over losing Scott, and even Lars is like, "Hey, man, you've got to pull it together. You've got to tell us what to do here." And he's like, "Okay, I've got to be the one that stands up and finds him. I've got to be the one who um is, in charge in this situation. Even though,
Mm-hmm.
honey, you're just as scared as everybody else. It's okay to be scared."
And I think also he's afraid to admit that he's scared, which I love to see in a character. I love a high ego. I love a dislike to admitting to any negative emotion. I think it gives characters lots of depth and can show their struggles.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like we don't see that frequently in a lot of media recently. I think it's more just because of Hollywood being sloppy. Call me
Mhm.
a loser or whatever the fuck you want to say. The big movies, they don't write characters like they used to in the 2000s and 2010s. This movie feels like a straight out of the 2000s, and I love it for that.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's so wonderful for being like that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
I think um I think also to like add on to that, um it is enjoyable to see that like you can see him break down further and further with time, because like as he isn't able to, find Scott by himself, he starts snapping on Lars
Hmm.
Yeah.
because they already don't really like each other. So you can see the way that they negatively bounce off of each other.
Yeah.
Which also, Lars, I love you with all of my heart and soul. You are not being helpful in this fucking situation. You are not helpful, my guy.
Continue being a prick. It's funny.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I was just sitting there the entire time. I'm like, Lars, Richard, honey, whichever one you're being right now, I love you. Shut the fuck up. You're not helping.
Be louder. It's funny.
Yes.
I'm unfortunately the kind of person that Lars has the personality of a lot of the friends that I like to be around, where it's like, if you can't be a shit poster and joke around like that normally, we're probably not going to get along very well. So, like, I would entirely, in that scenario, be the kind of person to enable him being an asshole.
It's fine to have that personality and such, but I'm sitting here like, in this current situation, it is not helpful.
As a viewer, I agree. As a person in the situation, I would probably be the same way. I'm sorry. Let's say hypothetically.
I'm sorry, I would probably be the same fucking way. I'd be an asshole.
From his perspective, this random guy that his old friend, I guess, they haven't like talked much, 5 years, approximately, don't know their whole story. Haven't talked much. Their old friend's dating, loses your other close friend. Okay, yeah, I'd be snarky too, man. Hello? What do you mean you lost him after getting chased by wolves?
Also,
you do that.
Like, you're introduced to Lars as him kind of being a prick as is, because Scott, like, tells him to behave.
Yes. Maybe less Lars.
I thought it was so funny whenever that, like, was how he was introduced, was Scott telling him to behave.
No, absolutely. I appreciate his, as Ashley would say, his sardonic comments. Not in that specific moment.
I've either said this to TJ or Zain or both of you guys. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure in the past I've described it as his Larsisms.
I have no idea.
I mean, I just do this where if someone talks a certain way, I just start naming things after them. It's like when you mess up one language enough times, I will refer to it as TJanese.
Oh my god. Yeah. I cannot speak for the fucking life of me. My brain goes too fast for my damn mouth to catch up.
It's funny. I love your TJanese.
But that does move us into our next character of Lars.
Yay! Finally.
It's for viewer retention. We know what people are here, okay? Viewer retention. We know our fan base.
Or just me.
Or just Seth.
Seth retention, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Played by Richard Harmon, which was the entire reason we found this movie.
Hashtag, what can I say? I like the actor. He's a cool guy and really funny. What can I say?
It's so true. It's true. Because didn't we straight up find this, TJ, through just going through Richard's IMDb like a year ago and seeing that it was still in production?
Yeah.
Or, like,
so
or something?
When I very much like an actor, I go down their entire IMDb list and watch as much as their like early content, new content, anything really I can find. And this was in production as part of some of his new stuff, and I was like, what is this? I've never heard of this. And that's what led us down the pit, technically, of trying to
Yay!
of trying to figure this out. And in turn has introduced us to amazing people. Shout out to James and Y, who are so like openly loving and nice to us as a fan base.
Unbelievably nice people. Sometimes I feel bad with some of the random ass shit I yap about to them, or like even the stuff that we've done.
Yes. Yes, like I said to Matt, I am sorry for the things we say and do.
Hey, I mean, we're being ourselves.
No,
whether or not they like that is up to them.
And that's a very good point, and that's a thing I need to start working on, is being unapologetically myself. But anyways, back to which is what Lars is, to go full circle.
Segue, bar segue.
He is so unapologetically himself that even in that specific tense moment where I'm like, shut the fuck up, you are not helping, he is just so like headstrong and driven to be nobody else but himself, and to speak his own truth, and to, just say the things he's going to say, even if some of them are out of pocket, like when he falls in the pit and starts yelling, "Are you hard? Are you hard?" I'm just like, oh my God.
I'm sorry, that was one of my favorite moments. I love when, like, we get into calls and you'll just hear, like, 3 or 4 people just stimming that in call.
Hard?
Join the call, you hear, like, fucking 3 gay people just, "Are you hard?"
Mind you, I don't think any of us have dicks, but it's okay.
Yeah, none of us have
It's not that matters.
I have a dick in spirit. I have a dick in spirit.
I also have a dick in spirit.
Guy named Spirit.
Oh, shut up.
I'm not the one that said I have a dick and a guy, alright? That ain't me.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn it over to Zain before I give it over to the autistic faggot about Lars. Zain, what do you have to say about Lars?
So mean to me!
Ha, I'm better than you. Okay.
No.
I really like Lars. He's my second favorite character, as my first character is Ashley, as I talked about earlier. But Lars is a close second. I really like his devotion towards Ashley and Scott. He doesn't seem to know Gwen or Charlie too well. He knows Gwen a little bit better from what I can tell. Definitely know Charlie too well. But despite that, he's still willing to work and find his friend. And I respect that greatly in a character. I love like dedicated characters. They got that clear plan. They execute the plan. Maybe there's a few bumps along the road. Maybe the plan isn't the most well thought out thing, but it still is executed. I don't like when characters go back. It's like, oh, I don't know what is I don't care. Get your shit done, okay? And that's what Lars does. He gets shit done. One of my favorite parts of his character is Ashley gets taken by the hunter, and he hears in the fucking walkie-talkie, and it's just him and Gwen's saying like we gotta go follow them, we gotta go figure it out. And the kid's like, wait, this is what the hunter wants us to do. He wants us to keep chasing. We gotta work around it. We gotta figure out another way. Is there any clues, anything we can take? And he hears the water flowing, so he knows it's by the river. Really interesting plot point. I think it was really great. A lot. Sorry. A lot of the characters in this movie are very smart, aside from the little bit of Charlie leaving the camp for saying no one leaves. Okay, okay, bro, whatever. But it was a very intelligent, well thought out thing. Same goes with Scott using the obsidian that he learned from Charlie to cut the branch to get water, which are all seeds are planted before the main action really starts.
Which
Lars and
foreshadow
Seth.
is purple.
Foreshadowing purple.
Yeah,
No one can
foreshadowing
understand
is
that. It's
purple.
okay. And so Lars is gonna go out and try and figure out what's going on, and Gwen says, "Stop! You're gonna get yourself killed." And Lars says, "You'll do the same thing for Scott," which plants my seeds for Lars liking Ashley. I believe this heavily. Ashley and Lars endgame. Gonna put that in now. I won't talk too deeply about it, but I do believe it deeply. What else I want to say? What else am I saying? So yeah, he goes toe to toe with the hunter, and that's so fucking cool. I feel like we don't get to see characters really fighting slashers that much, at least not to the extent that Lars does. There's a plot of Gwen finding Scott again, and it's Scott reconciling with Ashley. Meanwhile, Lars is getting just absolutely thrown
Ass
by
kicked.
this. Yeah, by the fucking hunter. Knife through the mouth, knife through the hand, knife in the back. Oh my god.
So many
Before you go too
backslashes.
far into this, can I just say that the knife through the mouth thing was such an iconic scene?
It was
Really
a scene I
is.
did not expect to have. I did not expect that at all.
Mhm.
Genuinely,
And for
that's up there for one of my favorite scenes because
Mhm.
that and the centipede are my 2 favorites.
Yeah, I think my favorite scenes are also probably the centipede, the Gwen in the pit scene, and then knife scenes. They're all really well done, especially considering the fact it's indie filmed, pretty small budget. I don't know exactly what the budget is, but can't be that big. It was well done. I really liked it, and the shot itself was very clean. Uh, I want to redraw it at some point. I don't want to
I
drop
do
it on main,
too,
so I don't
but
want to
I'm
do
like holding
any
off until
spoilers.
Pitfall's been out longer.
Yeah,
So it
like
like
I'm
stays like
planning.
streaming for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like
Okay.
as much as I want to redraw it, also like I don't want to draw it too soon and then people be spoiled about what happens.
Exactly. Like I'm planning to do it maybe like a week, 2 weeks after it's like fully out, easy access for everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I
Easy access for
do
everybody and not on Instagram. Sorry.
fucking
No, that pissed me off. That person who like re-uploaded the entirety of it and
genuinely.
then like if you'd seen in the beginning of their description, they were saying to credit them, and it just like icked me so badly. Like
Yeah,
you weren't even there. You weren't even part of this at all. You don't get to ask for credit.
yeah.
Nope.
Mind you, it's an indie film. Support indie creators. It's not that hard,
Yeah.
guys.
Not. It's really not.
Especially today where people like are pushing big company, big AI, Marvel, DC,
And, like,
all this fucking shit.
Maybe
Fuck off.
maybe this is kind of upset me a little bit too much, but also like I run fandom discords and whatnot for people, and not they don't always know that I'm running discords, but I run a pretty consistent, I don't want to say popular, fandom discord for Richards fans, and I've definitely seen people in there who actively went out and liked that person pirated it. So I had to make a statement in the server of being like, hey, don't do that.
We don't
Yeah.
support this.
Yeah, we don't support pirating from indie companies because that's how they lose money. Like, actively, they are still only in theaters in a lot of places, losing their theater spots, barely getting it online now. What they are going to make from having the movie online is probably really all they are going to make now. So the fact that it's getting very openly pirated already is going to hurt them. You guys are hurting this movie's chances.
And it's not that hard to just like be patient, especially if you care about indie film. If you actually plan to support and give
And
your
not just
credits to them.
And not just the indie film, but also if you support the actor that you're claiming to love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the people claim to be these longtime fans and shit. I don't want to fucking hear it. If you're supporting this, hello? How are your actors going to be getting, like, the support they need if you're just gonna do this shit? This is like some backhanded bullshit. I don't want to see it. Well and truly.
Nah, literally.
Anyway, this is about Lars. This is the Lars section.
Yeah.
Now we will give the floor over to Seth to be able to talk about Lars. Go ahead.
Oh my god, finally!
You're free, boy. Go.
Okay, so, fuck. Alright, I didn't think out what I was gonna say at all.
You had like 20 minutes.
You were waiting for your turn and you didn't even.
No, I got too excited. I forgot everything I wanted to talk about. Okay.
You're like one of those chihuahuas that piss as soon as they see their owner or something.
TJ, what the fuck?
That
I do not play Seth. I am
like
not.
That. Okay. So, I think one of my favorite things is the fact that he's just a very, like, sarcastic character that has quips for, like, every possible fucking situation. I really enjoy that about a lot of characters, because, like, the first big fandom I was ever in when I was younger was the Sonic fandom, and if you know anything about Sonic, he's always got a fucking quip for every situation. Like,
Seth, go 10 minutes not mentioning Sonic. Challenge.
Shut up! Sonic's my favorite, okay? God!
You cutting out?
Yeah.
Beat your
It's like
ass,
you.
dude.
It's like your microphone
Rage
speaking.
baited.
Okay,
You
okay.
just got rage baited.
Okay. It's just he's got that very sarcastic personality and a quip for everything like Sonic would, because I'm a big Sonic fan, and it reminds me of that. And I enjoy that a lot about a character because like characters who are kind of able to just rage bait other people for the fun of it are some of the best characters out there, in my opinion. They're very entertaining to watch. I enjoy being able to watch like a character that's an asshole just for shits and giggles. And like you can tell that it's not like his only personality trait, as you mentioned with like Lars being there for Scott and Ashley, and the fact that he still shows that he cares about Charlie when Charlie's like burning up and dying. I enjoy that he's not just like a one note personality a lot. I also like that you can kind of just throw any problem at him and he will figure it the fuck out, like when he's getting attacked. Another thing about like after when he had gotten stabbed in the mouth, right? When he gets stabbed through the hand and then pulls it out of the hand and he's like laughing like a fucking maniac is one of my favorite moments.
I think that's such an interesting way to handle how somebody goes through like traumatic emotions, because like sometimes when you're faced with something like in pain or like something traumatic happens to you, some people do genuinely laugh because they laugh away the discomfort, they laugh away the pain.
But like he's laughing like a fucking hyena.
He's kind of he's kind of
Demented.
he's kind of lost it in that moment. He's kind of like, oh fuck.
It's wonderful.
Well, surely he thought he was gonna die. I mean, he lost a lot of blood.
I mean, some of us did bingos, and I remember I literally put on my bingo that I thought Lars was gonna die.
It's a Harmon character. There's like a 70% chance.
Yeah, there's a very high chance that any role that Richard plays will die.
Which I'm so happy that they made him a final boy. They fucking kept him alive.
Barely.
Yeah, barely.
Tomato, tomato. But he lived, and also I love his two ending lines. He's like, "Nah, dude's a pussy."
Yeah,
and then
that was great.
He's like,
I love that he's
he's
like choking out blood, going, "Dude's a pussy."
It's like, who was he calling a pussy? I didn't understand in that moment.
It was the hunter.
It's totally the hunter.
I was like, I didn't understand in that moment. I was like, who are you calling a pussy? Can't be Charlie. He's dead. That's mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't understand in that moment who the fuck he was calling a pussy. I was like, that line seems so out of pocket. What the hell? Why is he? Who's he?
No,
what?
I can see why he would do that.
I was so confused.
Perceive him for more than 5 seconds.
No, I understand that he would say that, but I didn't know who he was calling that. I didn't understand if it was like a warranted sentence or if he was just saying shit.
He should just say shit. It's funny.
As the just saying shit TM, I do think it was. I think like Scott said something about like, "Are you okay?" Or maybe it was Ashley, and then he says, "Nah, dude's a pussy."
Yeah.
So I think that contextualizes it as the hunter pretty evidently.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a hard to hear
sentence,
though.
You know what? I need to see Lars as that fucking meme where it's like, the person seeing their friend in the hospital and they're like, "Are you all right?" And they're like, "The bleeding's internal. That's where all the blood's supposed to be."
Oh yeah, you're right. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He has a strong personality, and I like seeing that.
Very funny. Very entertaining.
A lot of Richard Harmon characters are very funny.
It's
especially from what I've seen.
I also like some of the like lesser things that he has, like the fact that he mentions being a film major. I would have loved to see
film major.
That.
Yes, Lord! Richard Harmon film major keeps going. Every time there's a film major, you know it's gonna be Ball.
Film major, darling. It gave him saying "darling" gave serious Max Borman in that moment. I was like, Max, what are you doing?
I gotta watch Van Helsing, but like I don't know if it's my style of this show.
You'd only have to watch 4 episodes.
Yeah.
No, I don't like doing that. Like, I need to like have context.
You really
I
don't,
You
though.
really, there's like no context that can be provided. He
There
just
I
kind
really
mean,
of is
isn't.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. Maybe it's the
But you're
completionist in
missing
me.
you're missing Max Borman.
Oh, it's okay.
It's so not. Max Borman,
I
everything.
have other shit I need to watch. Still gotta watch I Still See You. I still gotta watch fucking Continuum.
We can
Gotta
watch I
consider
Still
Uh,
See You
finishing that
tonight.
100, even though it's so long.
We can watch
um,
I Still See You after this if you'd like.
Seth, I love you. It's 2 a.m.
God
yeah, I was
damn
thinking
it!
that. I was like, you remember what time it is for this man, right?
Damn it!
Hashtag Belgium alert.
I, I, I need more people to see I Still See You. It's genuinely one of my favorite movies. It makes me violently cry. Every time I watch it, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna cry this time, don't worry. And then I'm just,
The things I really I'm gonna keep going. The things I really like about Lars is there's subtle references to like Richard's other movies that you know were not intentional in the slightest.
It's a
Little
reference that I think
Lars,
it's a coincidence.
it is. It's little Lars. Little Lars is afraid of the woods. There's
I
bears out
love that
there. I
he
don't
says
fuck
that.
with bears.
I love that he calls himself that.
Little Lars. Little Lars is afraid of the woods. There's bears out there. I don't fuck with bears. And I'm like, Woodland. Oh my god. And then film major. Alex Wright.
Don't,
You're gonna
don't
make
talk
Zane
about him
tweet
here.
out.
I can't be autistic on me. They're gonna kill me.
We should, you know what? While we're still recording, I think it'd be fun if we like rank our characters from favorite to least favorite, like each of us
Oh,
individually.
Jesus, I have to actually think about that.
I love ranking things. I already have it pretty much entirely thought out.
Go
Nah,
I
ahead,
that's
love.
like
Zane.
I've
All right.
thought out my rankings.
Go ahead, Zane.
First one, the love of my life and my beautiful goat, Ashley. Ashley Williams, love you. Best character. Second character, as mentioned, Lars Pitfall. We don't know his last name. His last name's Pitfall to me. Then 3 and 4 are tied between both Scott and Charlie. I think if Charlie had more like screen time, I think he would overtake Scott. But I like Scott because we get his full arc, and it's not cut off by him getting burnt alive to a little crisp. And then following we have Gwen. I still like Gwen, don't get me wrong. I really like her characterization. I like how she is also very dedicated to the cause, very determined, very caring. Um, I just not my type of character that I typically latch onto. I don't relate to her as much. And then down the bottom is the Hunter. I feel like, in my opinion, I think I mentioned this previously, he's less of a character and more of a plot device, which isn't a bad thing. I don't want that to be considered a bad thing. He's a slasher. Most slashers act as plot devices. Um, he gets characterized through his like trauma and his backstory, but what we see of the Hunter during the movie is a plot device. Um, Other characters, I guess like for side character rankings, I would then say I really like Jean from what we do get to see, and then Catherine just beneath her. Other side characters, I guess they're not really too major. I didn't have any major opinions on like Scott's parents or the Hunter's parents. They're interesting to see, but we don't get enough of them for me to really rank them properly. They're all tied for like bottom section of side characters, I suppose. That's my
Okay.
rankings.
Seth?
I didn't rank the side characters because I felt like there just wasn't enough for me to rank them, so they're all going permanently unranked because there's just not enough about them. However,
Felt that.
I will start from the bottom and work my way up. At the very bottom, and this isn't as a dislike, I just like Charlie the least. I'm sorry.
Boo.
Don't boo me, fucker! I'm sorry, I like Charlie the least out of all of them. I understand that he's like a wonderful character when it comes to the way that they've made him and the way that he behaves and everything. He's got this assertive front to him, but like he's still just a guy who's scared underneath. But that assertive front is what like pushes me away to start with. And that may be just my own projections. Onto a character like that, because characters who are more assertive at the start, they do make me uncomfortable. but I understand that for him it is just how he projects himself as like this strong guy that he wants to protect Ashley and everything. So I do apologize that he's in last place. After him comes the Hunter. I like the Hunter, but I also, again, this is just a character that if I were around him in person, I would be screaming and running and pissing myself.
Yeah, me too, fam.
Yeah. Next would probably be Gwen. I feel like there just wasn't enough development for her for being one of the main characters. She's got some going on, but I just don't know enough about Gwen to feel this like heavy attachment to her. And then after that, I think that puts Ashley in third place. We're gonna put Ashley in a weird second place, and I'll explain why. So, Ashley's in second place because I can't put Scott or Lars in second place, so they're gonna tie. But I like that Ashley is also like on this end of having an assertive front, but she has this like scared underneath due to her trauma and her experiences and the fact that she hasn't fully moved on from everything. She's still hurting a lot as a person. She needs support, but she doesn't know how to accept support, so she pushes everyone around her away. And I feel like that's a very human and real thing you see. Like, if you have ever been around people in trauma care for mental health, you're going to see a lot of people who have this assertive front that push others away or don't know how to accept help from other people and might appear very aloof and uncaring about everything. And that's really what you see with Ashley because of everything that she has going on. So that's why Ashley gets her weird second place position. And then, do I want to talk about Lars or Scott next when it comes to my placement of them being both in first?
Scott.
Yeah,
Lars is Lars is be last for retention.
Yeah,
Viewer
true.
retention.
Yeah, viewer retention, make Lars last. All right, fine. So I love the way Scott is written. I love that Scott like progressively goes from being this like upbeat guy who just wants to do right by his sister and make amends over the trauma that they both have went through, but he beats himself down about it. And the further you progress into the movie, the more you see how much he just beats himself down. And I love that about him. I love that you see just how flawed he is when he is trapped with nobody to talk to and no way to handle anything with anyone because he is stuck by himself, having to confront all the negativity inside. That I love. It is so good. It is so amazing. I have, like, okay, when I really like a character, I have to give them, like, certain colors and flavors and things because I don't know how to describe things normally. If I could pick a flavor that describes Scott as a fucking character, I'm picking Peach Cobbler. And I'm picking Peach Cobbler because it's got a lot of fucking flavor to it. We're good.
No, fuck good. Yeah, man.
I don't know why I didn't see that coming, but...
What do you mean? You've seen the way I rant about other things, okay?
No. I meant Peach Cobbler being the one you picked.
I
thought it was gonna like bacon.
I don't know, but
salami, those American beef sticks. I don't. What are they called?
Beef jerky?
Maybe because
the beef stick.
Because he's a beefcake. Ayo.
Okay, TJ, back it up.
Okay.
The skinny, like, the
Slim
skinny
Jims.
hard ones. Yes, that.
That's beef jerky!
No, but beef jerky is different. Beef jerky is flat and smoked and not as processed.
I'm like, is Slim Jim beef jerky really?
It's something, okay? But anyways...
No, I'll give you it.
I'll
give you it's something.
It's what I see him as, but I think also it's like the process behind having to make something like that. Like with a peach cobbler, you have to sit down and be very careful with how you make it in order for it to turn out right. And I feel like that's what they did when making Scott is they sat down and they were very careful with how they designed his personality and everything. Also, kind of backtracking a little here. I love the outfit design for everyone because it feels like the more they have on, the more complex they are as a character, or like with the outfit designs that they do have. Like most of the characters either have like a shirt on over the shirt that they have underneath, or they have like a shirt wrapped around them or something, which shows that like it feels like a visual telling of them having depth. Like, the hunter has the most on, he's the most shrouded and hidden. And then, like, the further you progress to characters where you get to see how open they are as a person, the more you see them visibly. Like with Ashley and Scott. Scott just has, like, an overshirt. Ashley has a fucking plaid shirt that she doesn't really fully keep on all the time.
I feel like also...
Am I losing my mind?
No. I want to add something to this. As the movie progresses, a lot of the characters lose their clothing, and this could just be from, the heat, obviously, but from looking from it from a more symbolic perspective, you could also see it as them opening up more to each other and to the viewer. Actually, we get to learn more about them. Obviously, that's kind of how movies work.
Because I know she's thinking it.
The jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was already thinking it. I was like, dude, how do I slip this in here?
I knew you were thinking it, so I was just like, all right, let me do this for TJ.
Give her an out.
I love it. I love the fact that when they're being chased in the woods, Lars's jacket unzips and rezips from scene to scene, and it makes me laugh every time.
I'd like to think that he's just one of those ADHD people, like, as he's running, he's violently zipping it up and down!
That would be so funny.
We don't get to see it, though, because it's the secret.
No, we don't get to see it, but I would like to imagine that's what he's doing. And that's even funnier in my head to me, is the idea that, like, running for your life and zipping your jacket up and down violently to stim.
I don't know why. Normally, in like continuity things like that would piss a lot of people off, but for me, I'm like, I absolutely love that. 10 out of 10. Keep doing that. I don't understand why, but I love that. I don't love the hunter's little hair straggles, but I love the jacket zipping and unzipping.
I love continuity errors or like small errors in movies. I mean, my favorite movie.
Keep that in mind, Pitfall team. If you're watching, you can piss off TJ with the fucking hunter's hair, but Lars.
Oh my god!
That's something I really like in movies, and when they have the little faults. One of my favorite movies is Grim Encounters 2, not because it's a perfect film, but because it has faults, which means it has more stuff to bite into and to dissect.
It feels
if
human.
I notice them. It does feel human. It feels incredibly human.
And that's what we're missing. That's what we're missing nowadays.
With all these hyper, like, expertly produced films with all these perfect angles and can't have anything wrong, can't have a single messed up pixel, can't have anything that is vague or nuanced.
Fucking tired of, like, A24 films and shit.
I think A24 is better than it because, I mean, it does platform a lot of smaller creators. I'm probably A24 and Blumhouse. Sometimes, yeah. But, like, Disney, Marvel, shit like that especially.
Well, and, like, a lot of movies nowadays are like, let's make another sequel to this thing instead of making something original for once in our lives. Like, yeah. I think one of the things that, and this is probably, something that I may or may not cut, I'll decide later on. One of the things that pisses me off about people who are reviewing Pitfall right now is they are treating it like it's this big production movie that needs to be taken as seriously as stuff like produced by Disney or Marvel or Warner Brothers or something on that pay grade that they would not have had the access to do. Like, unfortunately, in this day and age, everything is so fucking expensive, so the fact that people want to shit on this movie over the fact that it doesn't have this, like, amazing, super high quality, almost fucking eye-bleeding level, like, I don't want movies like that. I like this movie as is. I like that it's like this lower product because it feels human. It feels like it was actually developed with time and care put into it. Yeah, I understand they had a small filming schedule. They worked with what they could in the time frame that they had. And you can tell, but it's still well done. I still like it. I still think it's a good movie. I still think people should watch it. I'm glad that it made it into theaters, because when I'd seen it at Panic Fest on the online section, I was so fucking hyped. I was just like, I want to see this in theaters. It didn't come to any of the theaters near me, unfortunately, so I missed out on that regard. But I was excited when they said that it was coming to theaters, because I felt like it needed to be in theaters. So the fact that they got to have that experience is amazing.
It is a movie that should be experienced in theaters. Like James said, when they mixed a lot of the sound bites for it, he specifically wanted it to be in theaters kind of sound and movie.
It's so good. I love the sound design and the music design so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The
that's
score,
actually
it's
another
so
thing
interesting.
too. I find it so interesting that the main actor Marshall Williams, who played Scott, helped with the music design.
Yes. According to the
Oh,
IMDb, he did help with the music. I don't know which songs he did. I would love to know which songs he specifically worked on.
I would love to just have access to the soundtrack. I'm gonna be so fucking real. If you gave
I
me
would
access to the soundtrack, I would save that so fast to my phone.
I would
yeah.
love to sit down and interview the Pitfall team and interview the actors to talk about their roles in it. What, because like I know like Marshall and Richard were executive producers. I'd like to, it's like just to get a little bit of insight from their mind on this movie and to talk to James more about the story and like the world building he wanted to do with this.
It's so
Mm-hmm.
I love the way that everything was made so much. And like I'm gonna be so real, cause I feel like I haven't done a lot of talking outside of just me being an autistic little shit. Um I I would love to actually like genuinely sit down and say other things other than the stupid little autistic things I bring up to them on Instagram. But I'm so socially awkward. TJ knows this, right? When TJ and I first met in person, we went to a convention together, and my social anxiety is genuinely so bad that I was shaking like the entire 3 days.
He was, and it didn't help that he was also very starved for food because allergy.
Yeah, peanut allergy, kept having allergic reactions every fucking day, so I was not fully awake or asleep half the time, because my meds kept knocking me out. I, I fucking, the stupidest thing that happened while we were there was, day 3, you had breakfast, and I had completely forgotten that the breakfast in the hotel room was cross-contaminated, and then we got to the con, and I go, hey, do you want to try my energy drink? And then I'm just like having to leave immediately because I start having an allergic reaction, and we're like waiting to go talk to Anna from Final Destination Bloodlines, and I'm just like, oh my god, and I walked away in embarrassment. Went and had my allergic reaction in a fucking corner.
Didn't Reese blame me for that?
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking
how
Reese,
the
man.
fuck am I supposed to know?
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's like the thing whenever I have allergic reactions, I'm never mad at anybody else because it is my responsibility to make sure that I don't touch something I'm allergic to.
Though I will say one part was completely my fault. On my way there, I had boiled peanuts. I didn't think about it. I sanitized and washed so like my arms and everything
I think
in
you
my
did a
car.
good job because I didn't have any issues in your car. It's just every time I wanted to go get food, it just so happened to always be cross-contaminated. So I didn't eat for like 3 days.
Like
Jeez.
I was
I
like
didn't eat anything that could stay down, I should say.
yeah, anything that I thought would come into the briefest of contact with Seth, I was like clean, clean, clean it.
I think TJ watched me like a fucking gremlin when we finally were able to get me stuff. I think I got like strawberries and rice, and I just like munched that shit down. Like,
Oh my
I had
god,
never
you got
eaten before in my
some kind
entire
of
life because I couldn't eat anything without getting horribly sick to my stomach.
You got some kind of
Dude.
like or fried rice, and you were like devouring it, and also you were like really excited about those strawberries.
I was fucking crying over the strawberries. I was like, this is the best strawberry I've ever had in my fucking life.
He like really crashed out over those strawberries.
It was so good. I've never had a strawberry that good ever again. I've had strawberries exactly once since, and I was like, this is not as good of an experience when I'm not starving.
All right, to wrap everything up so that Zane can eventually go to bed. Guys, Pitfall comes out for streaming on Amazon, I believe, this month, which is June.
Yep, it's June. June 29th is when it releases
The
on
day after my
Amazon for everyone.
birthday!
I had to remember what month it was. I remember the day.
Yeah, June
It's the 6th
29th,
month.
because it's the day after I turned 24.
Oh.
I think you should all go and support this. Follow Pitfall Movie on Instagram. Follow
Check out their
James.
website also. They've got merch up there. You can get
Follow
posters
James.
and shirts and stuff. I have one of their hoodies and I have 2 of their posters.
I have all 6 of their posters.
Greedy ass.
I
Yeah,
don't
I am
have
very
anything
greedy.
because I'm broke.
Follow James on Instagram. Follow Y.
Follow everyone
Follow
involved in the movie.
yeah. Follow Panda Pics.
Marshall
And just
Williams, Alex Esso, Matt Hamilton, Jordan Claire Robbins,
The Big
Richard
Harmon.
Harmon. Why do you call
my
him that?
God,
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
not
I
the Big
heard you.
Harmon.
No, you didn't. The Hler.
The
Going
Hitler,
to
stop.
kill you.
Okay, y'all can be mad at me. Several times this shit has been called Vicky Spooks, alright? I think that's objectively worse than whatever I say.
It's fine. I love it. I love
okay.
it.
It's your fault that in our group chat I refer to him as the Big H.
I started it.
I know
You
you
did
started
start
it.
it.
It's entirely your fault. I blame you 100%.
I dodge.
You can't dodge. You can't dodge that.
Yeah, I can.
Fuck.
I'm the dodger,
Yeah.
man.
All right.
We
I blame
can when
TJ
you cut
then.
out.
I blame TJ. It's
What?
your fault, now, TJ. You can't dodge.
You can't dodge.
That's rude. That's rude.
You can't dodge. Haha.
Yeah,
That's
you can't dodge like me.
Rude. 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 Anyways,
They
go support
maxed
Pit.
out.
Go support Pitfall. Go follow everybody on Instagram and everywhere else. Please support this movie.
Watch the movie or I'll break your fucking knees.
Oh dear.
I'm joking. Or am
Okay,
I?
bye.
See you guys.
Bye.